What does it mean? Babies. Recently, police in Maryland responded to a playground where they found a woman pushing the dead body of a 3-year-old child in a park swing. Diane Richardson, a spokeswoman with the Charles County Sheriff's Office, said there were no obvious signs of foul play, there was no trauma to the body, and they believe that the woman could have been pushing the dead body in the swing for up to 24 hours. What does it mean? You can learn a lot about a culture, you can learn a lot about a society by the way they treat their babies. Kate and William allegedly had another baby, but that's gross because they're blood relatives. Just more Illuminati bloodlines. And speaking of Illuminati bloodlines, it turns out that Kate Middleton and Prince William's baby is related to Blue Ivy Carter, 23rd cousins to be exact, but still a blood relation. It's enough to blow your mind. You can learn a lot about a culture by the way they treat their babies. We live in very twisted times. There's actually a huge subculture growing of full-grown adults who want to be like little babies again, staying in cages or cribs and playing with little toys, sucking on their pacifiers, wearing diapers. Most of them have handlers. They actually have their diapers changed by other adults. We get little babies contracting herpes because there's still some ultra-Orthodox Jewish rabbis out there that believe right after circumcision that they need to put their mouths on these babies' wieners and suck out the blood to cleanse. It's enough to blow your mind. We even have innocent little babies holding up the so-called Illuminati hand signs, the devil horns and the 666. Sure, if it was just one, it wouldn't be a thing, but we have confirmation here of both. This was set up. This is obvious. An adult is behind this. A child doesn't just do that naturally. So once again, on a bit more of a cerebral level, we have the corruption of innocence. Singer Ian Watkins from the band Lost Prophets was eventually convicted for multiple child sex offenses. What's really crazy about this story is that he was very upfront about his love of child pornography. There was even a girl that had found info on his computer on how to drug children. He told her he was thinking of giving kids drugs. He was finally stopped by the South Wales police after they raided his home on a drugs tip and stumbled upon his hard drives containing images, videos, and conversations about him attacking children. They said that the pictures and videos went all the way back up to 5 years and involved many boys and girls. Watkins was described as a determined and committed pedophile after he admitted attempting to rape a fan's 11-month-old baby. In recent years, there have been a lot of busts of these pedophile rings. This is one that happened in England not very long ago. It's really disturbing because they found out that all these guys specifically were targeting infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. And then there's Joe Biden, but he's just not a kitty creeper. He's just a creeper in general. Blech. A report finds that Gerber baby food is filled with GMOs. Delicious. More poison, please. Thanks. This little baby was born in India. They say her face looks exactly like Lord Ganesha. Everybody is saying she's an incarnation of the god. And not long ago, the New York Assembly passed a bill allowing shooting babies through the heart with poison to kill them. Many of the child sex abuse scandals that have shocked and rocked Britain in recent years involve victims who were supposed to be under the protection of the state. Children that were identified as at risk by Child Protective Services and in the care of local authorities. Many in Britain have characterized these abuses as a thing of the past, but a recent analysis of all the official data shows that each year the government is losing track of well over 2,000 vulnerable children in care, even as reports of human trafficking inside the country are on the rise. Makes sense. And perhaps that explains this. The remains of almost 800 babies and children were found in a concrete tank on the grounds of a home that was run by the Catholic Church. Almost 800 children aged between 2 years old and 9 years old died at that home. So after the authorities had investigated the bodies, they found marks on the bones of nearly 800 children that were found in a Roman Catholic nun septic tank and indicated that they had been ritually killed. The informant had told 5 judges of the International Common Law Court of Justice in Brussels that forensic experts had confirmed the decapitation and dismemberment of babies in the mass grave and resembled the usual signs of what they call ritualistic murder. You can learn a lot about a culture and a society by watching the way they treat their babies. And speaking of child rape and child sacrifice and Catholicism, the Pope baptized 33 babies in the Sistine Chapel. Because we know that the number 33 is a very, very important number to these occultists. It's all about the rituals. 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 Babies are a reminder that no one made themselves and that we're all heavily indebted to someone else. Babies are a reminder that no one made themselves. As adults, we give love chiefly because of what others can do for us, entertain us, charm our eyes, explain things, soothe us. Babies don't deserve much of anything from this point of view. They can really do nothing for us, yet we help them nonetheless. They in turn teach us about the truest, purest, ego-free kind of love, which is about giving affection without an expectation of receiving anything in return, but simply because someone else needs help, and we are in that position to give it. When they cry, we don't accuse them of being mean or self-pitying. When they hit or they kick or they scream, we assume they must just be frightened or momentarily vexed. We are constantly aware of just how much the workings of hunger, or a tricky digestive tract, or a lack of sleep may affect human character. How nice it could be if we were more often able to apply a similar method of interpretation to adults. How kind we would be if we could look beneath the surface behavior, the unpleasantness, the viciousness, the hatred, the desperate grumpiness, and see what could really be going on as just confusion or fear or exhaustion. It really is the simplest truth. All of us were babies once. This is a shared experience we all have as human beings. But it's an especially alien thought in the context of people that we find weird or off-putting. The maniacs, the serial killers, politicians. All of us started off in exactly the same place. However different all of us may be now, we do share that common heritage. And through that common heritage, a measure of compassion can always arise if we let it. We can learn to love each other through the shared experiences of all being babies at one time. There may be people in life that seem very impressive now or very frightening now, but remember that they were all once very tiny and very fragile and retained some of that early vulnerability somewhere beneath their armor. It's so easy to get sickened by our species, all the greed, the status consciousness, the vanity, the selfishness. But we should hang out with babies as a corrective. They don't care if the car is that big. They don't care how much your house costs. They don't care that you have a pool in the backyard. They care about the fundamentals. Cuddles, laughter, friendship, being with people who are nice to them, whatever they look like. Deep down, we're all perhaps still like this. It's society that corrupts us and encourages all these wrong impulses. Babies are messengers of hope. And that's just some of the beautiful, some of the bizarre, and some of the disturbing things that we can learn from the babies. Hey! Thanks for watching.